But there's something about praise I want us to pay attention to, which we have not paid attention to. I'm going to read from verse 2. He said, out of the mouth of babe and suckling, as thou ordained strength, because of the enemy, that thou mayest steal the enemy and the avenger. Out of the mouth of babe and the suckling, thou hast ordained strength. That's what the psalmist said. He said, you have ordained strength out of the mouth of the what? Of the babe and suckling. The word strength here is the word ozi. He said, out of the mouth. He used the word ozi for strength, which come from, is the word strength in application, force, security. It means majesty. It means majesty. It means praise. It can mean both. It can mean loud. It can mean might. Now, when he was saying, out of the mouth of the babe and the suckling, as thou ordained strength. Why was he speaking this way? Why did he pay attention to the strength rather than praise? Because if the word ozi also means strength, it means force, it means security, and it also means praise. If it also means that, but here we see that the attention is placed more on strength than praise. The attention is placed more on strength than on praise. Why will he pay attention more to strength than praise? Is what I want us to pay attention to here now. Remember that David that wrote this psalms was a warrior. David was a warrior. David was a king that went to different wars. In fact, they were saying that he went over 66 wars. David fought about 66 wars, and he won all the war that he fought. David won all the war that he fought. He went to war, he won all the war that he fought. Now, this is the same David. He's not writing us here. He said, out of the mouth of the babe and the suckling, as thou ordained strength. And the word ordained here means the word Yazad. And what is Yadad? It means to set. It means to found. It means to establish. Hallelujah. It means to found. It means to establish. It means that God have established strength in the mouth of who? Of the babe and the suckling. What is David seeing? David was prophetically. Remember, the psalms are prophetical. David was prophetically prophesying what he could see will happen in the future. That a time is going to come where people will be able to fight. That people that are babe and suckling. Why did he use the word babe and suckling? Is that to say people that are inexperienced in the art of war? God will ordain strength. God will establish strength for war in their mouth. We are aware because the word they're talking about suckling, it means a child that is a baby, immature. So when he has used the word immature, it means that God is about to raise a generation of an army that are immature, that have no idea about how to carry weaponry. They have no idea of how to use weaponry, so they are immature. But yet, they will be conquering the enemy. Then he now told us, say, at that time, the weapon will not be by your muscular or by your muscle, by the strength of your arm. The weapon that will be needed that particular time will be your mouth. So he's saying that when this new army will come, the weapon they will need is their mouth. Not their physical strength. Their mouth. Hallelujah. Because in the days of David, for them to be able to avenge and deal with the enemy, they need the strength by the power. They need to be on ground. They go out, they fight physical war. They are into physical war. But David now said, I see a future. Babes are coming. Sucklings are coming. Don't think as he was giving this prophecy, he was actually referring to small children. No, he was trying to say these guys will be babe when it comes to issue of weapons of war. They will have no idea on how to use instrument to fight. But yet, strength is going to come. Hallelujah. So now, David wants you to have the idea of what he was prophesying. That's why I never say the Lord will ordain praise. He said the Lord will ordain strength. He wants you to see that what he's talking from the standpoint he's looking at the standpoint of war. He's looking at the standpoint of battle. But he's prophesying that though battle this time will be won by the mouth, not by the gun, not by the arrow, not by the sword. His battle is going to be won by the mouth. How do we understand the prophecy of David? Remember, I said God has established strength. How do we understand this prophecy? Let's go to the book of Matthew. Let's go to Matthew. Chapter 21. Matthew chapter 21. Are we there? You know, this was the time that Jesus walked triumphantly into Jerusalem, went and whipped those that were in the temple, selling and buying. After he now did that, look at what the chief priest told him. Maybe let me start from verse 13. Let me start from verse 12. And Jesus went into the temple of God and cast out all them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the table of the money changer and the seat of them that sold doves, and said unto them, it is written, my house shall be called the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves. And the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. And when the chief priests and scribes saw the wonderful thing that he did, and the children crying in the temple and saying, Hosanna to the Son of David, they were displeased. Why will these children be crying? To him, Hosanna. Then, verse 16, very importantly, and he said unto them, hearest thou what these say? And Jesus said unto them, yea, have ye never read, out of the mouth of babes and suckling thou hast perfected praise. Hallelujah. Is that not what we read in Psalm 82? Psalm chapter 8. Psalm 8. That's what we read. But this time he now used the word perfected praise. In the other one, he used the word ordained strength. I also read that strength, which is Ozi, also mean praise. Can also be used for praise. Jesus is now letting them know. Have you not read that the people God will use to perfect praise are babe and suckling? Why are you displeased? They will not be people that are trained in the art of war. They will not be people that are lectured in the things that were necessary in that field. But yet God has perfected praise through their mouth. So what is he saying? The prophet is trying to say a generation is coming where the power of our weaponry will be in our mouth. The power of our weaponry will be in our mouth. Look at what he says here, which I want. He says you have perfected praise. The word perfected here means katakizo. Katakisto. That's what it means. What is katakizo? It means to complete thoroughly, to repair, to adjust. It means something that is damaged, but it's now repair, made to be whole. So it means to repair what? To repair praise, which is enos. What is enos? It means a story used in the sense of praise of God. Like you are speaking a parable. You are speaking a story of God. He now said, but God is going to use a perfected praise. That means a repair. What was damaged, He will make it whole. He will repair it. If the Bible is saying that, what I now discovered is trying to tell us that what Jesus has come to do was to repair what was damaged. Because David told us by prophecy that this particular praise he's talking about is ordained, is established. And the word Ozee that he used there, established, also referred to something that was established from a foundation. Something that was original, that was a foundation. If it was a foundation, so David knew that the war they were fighting presently, women were not supposed to fight war by weapon. Are you get what I'm saying? He knew by prophecy that no, woman be not supposed to fight war by weapon. Remember the Bible says we war not against what? Flesh and blood, but against principality and power. Hallelujah. Our warfare is not with flesh. And he said there's no need for carnal weapon. You don't use carnal weapon to fight this battle. David, this kind of battle was ordained. God only knew people that are inexperienced in war. But to fight with their mouth, that was what was ordained. You know what ordained means? Something that is agreed that it should be that way. But Jesus came and opened our eyes and said, perfected praise. It means now we are repairing it. We are making it whole. So if that was true, and he told you that that weapon is what? Is where? Your mouth. Using your mouth to tell the story of God, and yet victory is coming. Using your mouth to tell the story of God. Using your mouth to sing, to declare, to show forth the praise of God, and victory is experienced as though you carried a weapon. If that is true, that this is going to be repaired, that what Jesus was doing to die was to repair what was damaged, then let's check. It means from the beginning, that was what they were using. Let's go to Genesis chapter 1. I want to show you something. Look at Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was without form and void. Darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. And God said, let there be light. And there was what? Then verse 26 said, go to verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image and likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, over all the earth, over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female. God blessed them. God said unto them, be fruitful and replenish this and subdue it. Have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. What did the Bible say here? What did God say? The Bible says, and God saw that the earth was without what? Without form and void. And God said, what did he use to say that? His mouth. He used his mouth to destroy darkness, because that darkness that was over the deep was much more than ordinary darkness. It was also evil. And God spoke, and a word that was void without form, a formless word was formed by word, by his mouth. God now went to verse 20 and I said, let us make man in our image and likeness to continue replenishing the earth. Replenishing means repairing the earth. If God used his mouth to create the earth, what will man use to replenish the earth? His mouth also. Because what it takes to create it is what will be necessary to keep repairing.